I recently bought an espresso machine and I have loved making fresh coffee almost every single morning for my wife and I. But I can't stop thinking about this idea I've had for months now. What if you took powders or ground up ingredients other than coffee and put them through the espresso machine? Potentially, I could stumble across a completely new culinary discovery. So with the risk of completely destroying my espresso machine, I'm gonna do just that. I've got quite a few experiments in mind, so let's get started. Okay, so I've got everything set up. I've got my espresso machine and some supplies, and I've got all of my ingredients. I was gonna keep all of these secret, but I ended up blending them just before filming, and I don't think you can tell what these are. Before I get started, I should do a quick control to just see what straight espresso tastes like. Oh, it would be helpful if I plugged it in. I've got an espresso shot. It smells great. First, the control of just straight espresso. Do people drink that? That's pretty insane that that turns into something that you can actually drink. Just to see how much of a difference it makes, I'm gonna try adding some milk. You know, still not something that I would necessarily drink because I like sweet drinks, but a lot more palatable. The milk really helps balance a lot of those flavors. I'll do a quick reset and then we'll jump into our first powder. Okay, we are going to be working through these powders from this way down in an order of from what I think is least likely to work to potentially the most exciting. You know what, I'm gonna switch these. This one could be exciting, but this one probably has a higher chance of being successful. Our first ingredient is going to be hibiscus. Hibiscus. Hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
The reason it's over here is because I don't know if I'm necessarily a big fan of it, so I don't really know how I'm going to use it or if I'm going to love the flavor if anything comes out. Hopefully I didn't grind it too fine, but these all reacted so differently in the coffee grinder. Here we go. Oh my goodness. That is so dark. I think it's done. Wow, I don't want to sound gross, but it really looks like blood. Just the way it like sticks to the glass. Also, you may notice I got out 2 more glasses. This didn't really produce much, but I'll pour it a little bit into each so that I can taste a little, but also if I want to mix it with other things, I have options. This is going to be like a couple drops in each. You know what? I'm just gonna taste it straight from this. Woo! Oh, that is sour. I think because of the espresso, I was expecting a bunch of other flavors, but I was not expecting it to be that sour. I'm just experimenting here. I'm thinking regular milk, strawberry milk, because I feel like hibiscus strawberry, I think that's a flavor. I got some strawberry milk, so I'm gonna try it. And then a little bit of vanilla ice cream. I'm just realizing this is sour. This could be a really weird combo. Wow, look at that purple color. That's fun. That is gross. It just tastes like sour milk. That gives me not much hope for actually either of these. Gotta try them for science. I haven't tried the strawberry milk at all, but now I'm a little worried because it's just gonna make like sour strawberry milk. Wow. Oh my goodness, have we created something new? First of all, look at the color of that. That's actually really good. I think it tastes really good. The problem is I haven't had the strawberry milk on its own. I'm going to try the strawberry milk by itself to make sure that this is actually something that's different. It is different. I'm not gonna lie. I was like 90% sure that all of these were gonna be completely unsuccessful. So the fact that this worked at all is like really exciting. Obviously this is strawberry milk, so it's sweet and it's good all on its own. But mixed with this weird hibiscus stuff, first of all, it makes a really cool color. And second of all, it adds this like tartness that you wouldn't get from just regular strawberry milk. It just feels like a more bright and like refreshing drink. Well, that was fun. Let's try it with a little bit of ice cream. Wow, that looks crazy. I just go to the outside of the ice cream. I don't know if I would say that's good. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Again, this is making some really cool colors. Great. It's interesting. It almost feels like fruit with ice cream. Like there's that tartness you get with like a berry. This was surprisingly successful, and I'm really hoping I didn't just start off with the best one and it all goes downhill from here. But there's only one way to find out. So let's see if I can do this. Wow, it's a lot more cleanup than anticipated, but let's move on to our next powder, which is going to be Clove. This was the most interesting in terms of texture when I was grinding it up. It's like if you crumbled up Oreos. That's kind of like the consistency of it. Making some weird noises. Also forgot to film that whole time, but here is how it's looking. It smells really good, but it doesn't look super appetizing. And I don't feel like I should swallow that. It's spicy. Ooh. Ugh. That is not good. I don't know if I need to do much more with this one, because it doesn't feel like it has... Oh, I can't get it out of my mouth. It really doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. I mean, I've never tried eating just like a straight up clove, and maybe you're not supposed to. Can you eat cloves? Whew. Okay, there isn't much flavor. It feels kind of watery, but the second it hit my tongue, it was spicy. I just don't think I'm a fan. The only thing I might try is the ice cream test. It really needs the sweetness and like mixed with something like vanilla. I'm gonna just add quite a bit of ice cream. I mean, it smells interesting. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. It's a little spicy. Kind of hitting the throat with spice. I'm gonna be coughing the rest of the day. It's so close to being good, but it's not. I think if it had more clove flavor and less spice, I think this would be an interesting thing. Okay, let's clean up and move on to the next one. So... okay. We are done with the clove, and we are moving on to the next powder, which I think makes a lot of sense when it comes to ways you can make coffee versus ways you can make tea, and it is black tea. This is just black loose leaf tea. I'll probably just try mixing it with milk and maybe do like a milk and sugar combo. I'm filming this time. Let's hope we get something. Okay. Besides Espresso, that's our best looking one yet. It looks kind of just like a really strong black tea, but it has like some nice foam, doesn't have like weird chunks in it, doesn't look like blood, which is always a plus. The part I dread the most, black tea. I swallowed some of it. I spit some of it out in my napkin. That is the worst one yet. I'm not doing a very good job of prepping for the worst, and I'm just thinking maybe this is gonna be the next best thing. That was definitely the most bitter thing that I've had. I'm gonna try getting some milk, I'm gonna get some sugar, and I'm gonna try to make a really nice, palatable drink. Tastes like bad tea. Let's see if sugar can help. Tastes like sweet milk with some bitter tea in it. I think it's time to reset things and do this last powder. Whoosh! I like how I'm just doing all these transitions and leaving it for future Sam to figure out. But we are down to our final powder, which I can finally reveal is cinnamon. Now for this one, I did decide to use whole cinnamon sticks, and I really hope this one has some interesting results because I feel like we kind of went downhill with all of the powders we've tried so far. Here it goes. nothing came out. I'm worried that a bunch of pressure built up. Oh no, I can't even move it. Oh no, that's bad. I'm gonna throw away this. I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna pack it as lightly as I possibly can. Round 2, let's see if we can get anything. Oh no. It's coming out now. That's weird. Oh, smells spicy. That's what it's looking like. I was thinking of trying to mix it with a few different things. It's going to be bitter, it's going to be extreme, it's going to be not what you expect. What? Is there like an artificial sweetener in this? It tastes sweet. The sweetness goes away almost immediately. I need to compose my thoughts. Very sweet initially. I don't know why. It tastes like Red Hots, which I'm not really a fan of, but it tastes like artificial cinnamon flavor. So it's super weird to be getting this flavor from real cinnamon. But we've got to try mixing it with some things to see how it tastes in different forms. I'm thinking milk, chocolate milk, and then vanilla ice cream. Smells a bit odd. There's still that initial sweetness, which really helps it feel like it's a sweet drink. But it does go away almost immediately. Tastes pretty cinnamony. There just isn't much else going for it. That was interesting. I might have just added too much chocolate milk. It smells more like cinnamon than it tastes. The chocolate overpowers the cinnamon. It's kind of just like burning my throat without tasting much like cinnamon. That is one thing that I'm noticing after trying a little bit of this throat burning sensation. And the last thing, which I've honestly wanted to try for a little while. Here it goes. That's good. I think it tastes good. I don't know if I would necessarily want to eat a ton of it because it might have some other effects of like burning your throat. Having a little bit of it tastes pretty good. Well, that was a lot of fun. Not what I was expecting, but definitely a bit surprising and a bit gross at times, but did find a few hidden gems in there. I would not suggest anyone try this at home. I definitely think it could have ruined the espresso machine if it didn't already. I have to do a thorough clean of this. But if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, and maybe I will do a part 2 with maybe some other ingredients and other things to combine them with. But that's gonna be it for now, and I'll see you all in the next video.